I was always different than everybody else. Like I was always that one. Like, damn, all right, we hooping, but what the fuck he doing? He got his headphones. Oh, yeah, always got his headphones on with a notebook in his hand. I always wanted to do something different. So it's like, for me wanting to learn that, all my homies was like, yeah, we do it. But I'm like, bro, even if we make it, bro, we probably gonna get fucked out of a deal.
Facts.
Who
Facts.
gonna learn it?
You
So
know that first deal always be a fucked up
always
deal.
be a fucked up one. And you hear the story so many countless of times. So it's like, I can't be one of those stories. I won't allow myself to be one of those stories. So I had just lost my job. I was working for a wine company. And I'm like, bro, I really want to do this music, but I really want to make sure I do it the proper way when I release my music. So I got on the internet. They say, Jay Z had a line say, Google's your friend, bro. So I'm like, let me go listen to Google. Let me go and Google and see what I can find on everything I need to know about the business side. And I went down the rabbit hole. It went from me already having an ASCAP. I had an ASCAP in 2012. That was like the first thing I got. I was working at a clothing store. And I remember I was in the bathroom of the clothing store filling out the ASCAP on my phone. Like, okay, looking for the manager. And that's when ASCAP was like, I think it's like $100 now. I only paid like maybe $50. ASCAP was cheap back then. I already had that set up, so I'm like, okay, this how they say this how we get paid for being an artist. And from there, it went from learning how to do that to mechanicals. So like, okay, you can get paid mechanicals. Then it's like, okay, what about the other ones? Then it's a sync license. I'm like, okay, I do the sync license, and now I know how to do that one. Then it just went like real crazy, the neighboring license and all that.
All right, now a lot of rappers these days they say they have not got paid for their music. So with you explaining all these different avenues, like break down like how you get paid.
Okay, so the reason they ain't getting paid because they signing they publishings and they masters and all they copyrights is going to the labels. So the labels is holding their bread because when you own the copyrights of a song, that basically makes you the owner of the song. That
Right.
means you can do whatever you want. You can charge how much ever you want. This is your property. They call it intellectual property. So with that, they'll hold that and the money that they supposed to get from the streams, from mechanicals and stuff, the label get that. See, the artists only really get paid off the shows. That's why they do a lot of shows and they talk like shows for shows and features. Or they get paid from their distribution, which is the distro kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the label get it. So with that, with the distribution, with the distribution side, the artists get it, the features get it, and the composers and stuff get it. And it's another one on top of that called the neighbor rights. They collect for like your mechanical streams and stuff, but the labels get that off the sound recording because it's two different kind of copyrights you can get. Like the way it's set up, it's so confusing if you don't start from like the beginning and go on down. You'll be like, you need this and that. Then what is this? So it's like what? It's two different kind of copyrights. Okay, it's a performance art copyright and it's a sound recording. The performance art is for like the lyrics and it's for the music, the beat. So the me being an artist and my homie being a producer, we own that. Some people sign that off and let the labels own that.
Right.
That means they really ain't gonna really. They'll get paid a little bit from the ass cap and stuff, but they ain't gonna. They will taking a lot of that. They signing they publishing and they signing that away too. They don't even know they signing that away too. The other side is the sound recording. That's what the labels own. That means that's the master version of the song. That's the recorded. We go in the studio and drop this track right now. The recorded song, that's the masters. That's what everybody fighting for now.
Right.
The masters. The label can do whatever they want. The masters. That means the artists have to come to the label in order for the artist to use the song. That's how a lot of artists get messed out of their bread because they don't get their publishing or they don't own their masters. Which I feel like a lot of artists don't know. I was reading an article with Saba, and if I'm running off, just let me know.
Nah, do your thing, bro.
He was saying like a lot of artists don't know, and I kind of figured out too that song you released down the line. I got a song I released in 2015. 10 to 20 years from now, that song is gonna be my biggest hit song, and you can still collect off the masters and the royalty from that song. Cause if you get better as an artist, and you get a hit song now, your fan base is gonna go back to your first song and see where they started at.
Facts.
And it's only gonna be a trickle effect from there. But a lot of artists had to wait for 20, 30 years. And you know, rapper these days, life expectancy is short. They getting popped off, especially the hood ones.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like they ain't, when they do pop, the label still own that. We still got y'all down for a whole 20 years from y'all masters, and you only been in this mug 5 years. You got to work the rest of this off. But we'll keep collecting y'all money for y'all on y'all masters. You can get the show money and go out there and do whatever. So it's all about the deals that they make. Like with me, I collect all of that, like my mechanicals, everything. If a label would want to do business with me, I would want to. It would have to make sense with me, but they can't really get my masters and like that. We can probably like in a partnership, or it had to make sense to me.
Yeah. You know, nowadays we live in the age of technology. You know what I'm saying? Where technology is like the new drug. Have you ever thought about like selling this information or creating like a little ebook or something?
That's actually what I'm going to do now. Not going to do. I'm processing it now. Like, I'm coming up. I have a website, MadeManEntertain.com. It's my website, and I'm setting everything up online where you can go on there, and it'll have links and it'll explain what's this royalty's gonna do. It'll have links to everything like that. So I'm setting that up, and I'm also making like video logs of everything, so I got a pimp that I wanted to start making a book on too, but I ain't want to do it at once. I just want to take my time with each one. I was gonna drop the website first. That way I can start getting people signed up and start getting people more off the website. And then from there was gonna be the videos, and then from there was gonna be the book. So I kind of already got a plan of how I want to do everything, because you definitely in the right. Like it's definitely there.
Facts, because I'm not an artist. You know what I'm saying? I never want to be an artist. But I still never heard of half of the mechanical and all that. I've never heard any artist in an interview or nothing say anything about half these things. And I know if artists out there listening, like they be like, damn, that's information that I would pay to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, like you say, Google's your friend. Most people not even going to waste their time. Or at the same time, the ones that do, they might not go down the right path for the information they find. You know what I'm saying? It might be bullshit information. Or they might spend a whole year just trying to find it. You know what I'm saying? When you give it right to them, that cut out the time wasted.
Yeah. And that's what I learned though. Like you said, like I learned that like being an artist and having homies that's artists and just going to networks and stuff. I'm like, bro, like having conversations with people they'll say they don't know nothing about it, and then you try to explain it to them, they be like, because it'll get to a head scratcher because it's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much. Like artists get paid on one side of the spectrum, and then the label get paid on one side of the spectrum. And with that, you being an artist and a label, that means you getting paid on both sides of the spectrum. Because the only thing the label do is help push your stuff, publish your stuff, and brand your stuff, and help you get out there. It basically help you get the masses and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all the label is really for, a name, a backing, and the money. So if you could do all that yourself and collect all that yourself, that means you getting all the proceeds. All you got to do is make yourself pop, and if you got some good music and you know how to make content, then it shouldn't be that hard to make yourself pop.